Hi there, my name is Courtney Dow. I am a Blue Diamonds leader, and I'm here today to walk you through doTERRA's incredible compensation plan for our Australian market. If you're watching this video, it means you've made the decision to partner with us and create your own doTERRA business. So, a huge welcome. I am so excited to be working alongside you. We are going to cover a lot in this video today, and although there is a lot of brand new information, I hope that you will walk away having a much clearer understanding of how you earn money and what you can focus on now to see a return in your business. I do want to preempt this by saying, if you are brand new to the business, you might find that this is a lot to remember. So just know that you can revisit this training as often as you need as you're growing your business. Now, I've broken it down into 3 sections. We're going to discuss the basics, doTERRA's general commission types, and the bonuses. So let's look at the different ways that you can earn here in doTERRA. doTERRA's compensation plan is incredibly generous. It gives us many different ways that we can earn. And these ways are broken up into 2 different categories. We have our commissions, which are earnings paid out on product sales. And then we have bonuses, which are earnings paid out when you meet specific structure or rank requirements. I'm going to be going through and explaining each of these individually throughout this training. Understanding when and how you get paid is really important when you start your business. So let's get really clear on that right away. In doTERRA, we're so fortunate to be paid up to 5 times per month. We have a weekly payment, which is just one commission type. This is called Fast Start. And then we have a monthly payment, which includes all the other earning types in one lump sum. Our system, you may already know this, but it runs on USA time. And so our weekly payments are made on Wednesdays, Utah time, and they usually land in our bank accounts here in Australia on a Friday morning. Our monthly payments are made after the 15th of the month. So you can expect them a couple of days after that to land in your bank account. When you are first getting started in your business, your earnings will be paid directly into your back office. Now, this is real money. This is different to the points that you can earn, and it can be used to pay for your orders. We definitely recommend continuing to have it paid there while your business is getting established. And when you're ready, you can simply complete something called the direct deposit form, and you can have your earnings paid into your nominated bank account. Now, a very important note is that in order to be eligible for earnings, you must place a 100 PV loyalty rewards order within that calendar month, and also make sure that you have an active loyalty rewards template. Before we dive into learning the different commissions, there is one thing that I would love to make sure that you understand. In doTERRA, there's 2 terms that you're going to hear really frequently: enroller and sponsor. So an enroller is the person you join as a member through. For example, any customers that purchase directly through you, you are going to be their enroller. A sponsor is who a customer sits under within your organization. So as a part of your business here in doTERRA, you will place your customers underneath different people in your team in order to reach rank or bonus goals. So I've got a little example here on the screen. Let's say you are the person up the top here. Every time you enroll a new customer, they will appear on this row underneath you. This is called your front line. You have a certain time frame in which you can move them if you choose to. And let's say you had a new customer who you decided to move under this person on your front line. The customer that you have moved, you remain their enroller. You will always be their enroller. However, this person becomes their sponsor. This is something that we will teach in a lot more detail in a separate training. But for now, I just want to ensure that you know the difference between an enroller and a sponsor, as it's important to know the difference for the way different earnings are paid. Let's get started on commissions. The first one is called retail profit, and it's one that you most likely won't encounter often. This is a commission type that applies when a customer purchases products without becoming a member. So you will earn 25%, which is the difference between retail and wholesale prices. In this example, a customer places a $100 retail order, you would earn $25, and that is paid out in the monthly payment. While there are situations that a customer may want to shop retail, we don't encourage retail purchases as it's actually a disservice to the customer. The customer pays full price instead of the 25% discount they would get as a wholesale member. And they also don't get access to the amazing member benefits, such as our monthly promotions, the ability to earn freebies, and the ability to earn points. The second commission type, and the one that is most important to understand when you're first launching your business, is called Fast Start. Fast Start is designed to provide you with income right away as you start sharing doTERRA products. And here is how it works. When a customer enrolls through you as a wholesale customer or as a wellness advocate, enroll meaning their first order, you will be paid 20% of the CV. CV stands for commissionable volume of their order. Now, Fast Start lasts for the first 60 calendar days of their membership. So you will also be paid that 20% on any additional orders that they place during that period. Now, Fast Start is not only paid to the enroller, but it actually pays 3 levels up. And I personally love the way that doTERRA incentivizes leaders to invest in developing their team members. And I think that Fast Start is a really great example of this. So when a new customer joins, 20% is paid to their enroller. 10% will be paid to the person that they joined through, and then 5% to the person that they joined through. This commission type is strictly enroller based, so it doesn't matter where they're placed within your organization. Fast Start is the only commission type that is paid on a weekly basis. So when you're first starting your business, Fast Start, aka new customers, this is going to be the main way that you'll earn. And so it's really great to understand this compensation type early on and focus on this from the get-go. In fact, if you walk away from this training only understanding one commission type, let it be Fast Start. Our third commission type is something we call Unilevel. Now, I mentioned on the previous slide that Fast Start applies for the first 60 calendar days of a customer's membership. Unilevel is the way we earn off those customers after that 60-day period. Unilevel is paid on every order after that 60-day period for the lifetime of your customer. This commission type is paid according to sponsor. So you can earn it from your second level, and as your rank grows, you can earn Unilevel all the way down to your 7th level. And as this graphic demonstrates, you'll earn 3% of the PV of all customers and wellness advocates on your second level. As your rank grows, you will earn on deeper levels 5% on your 3rd and 4th levels, 6% on your 5th and 6th level, and then 7% on your 7th level. Now, what is really incredible about doTERRA's Unilevel commission is that you earn the highest amount of commission, that's 7%, on lower levels. Now, this is really important to note because as your organization grows, you will actually have the fewest amount of people on your first level and the greater amount on your lower levels, which gives you a much greater opportunity to earn. Most network marketing companies have this reversed, which limits your earnings. Because of doTERRA's really unique way of paying Unilevel, while Unilevel starts off relatively small when you're quite new in your business, it grows to become one of the highest paying commissions. It can be thousands of dollars per month. Now, you might notice on this slide that there are some little purple blocks here. What this is showing is that you unlock your lowest 2 levels of Unilevel by meeting a particular growth metric. This is from elite onwards. So that growth metric is called total growth volume, or we call it TGV. And it means the total amount of volume or PV in the current month from any customers or wellness advocates who have joined or reactivated in the previous 12 months. And they sit within certain levels of your business. So to unlock the bottom 2 levels of your Unilevel, you can see on the right-hand side, there's some examples of the TGV required. So if you are ranking elite, simply having 3 customers who place a 100 PV order would mean that you meet that 300 TGV and qualify for your 4th and 5th level of your Unilevel. You can also see on this graphic, there's a line down the bottom here that says dynamic compression. What this means is that doTERRA will always pay out every single level of Unilevel, all 7, for every single customer purchase. So in the event there is someone within the sponsor line who doesn't qualify, they will just keep searching up until they find someone to pay, always keeping the money within the field and rewarding the wellness advocates who are active in their business. So now that we've covered the basic commissions, it's time for us to look at the bonuses. Bonuses are designed to reward you for sustainable business activities such as growing your team and nurturing your customers through our loyalty rewards program. Now, before we dive into those, I want to do a quick recap on the 3 different order types that we see in doTERRA. So the first one is an enrollment order. This is a customer's initial order that sets up their membership. Then we have something called a one-time order. This is a standard order that does not repeat and it doesn't have the ability to earn points. The third one is called loyalty rewards. This is a monthly recurring order that allows customers to earn points and earn free products. Our first bonus is called Power of 3, and this bonus is a really exciting one that long-term can really boost your earnings. It's centered around structure and creating what we call pods of loyalty rewards volume. So there are 3 different levels that you can achieve in this bonus, which is why it's called Power of 3. And I'm going to demonstrate for you now how you can achieve each of these levels. Just a reminder before we look at the requirements that the graphic on the screen is a visual representation of your doTERRA organization when you first get started. So it shows you at the top. And then every time a customer joins, they will appear underneath you. This is what we call your front line. So in order to achieve your first level Power of 3, you need to achieve what we call a pod of loyalty rewards volume within a given month. It needs to be 500 PV, and that can be spread amongst as many customers as you need, as long as they're loyalty rewards orders. So an ideal scenario might be 4 customers who consistently place 125 PV orders. That would be amazing. Now, at least 100 of this needs to be from a personally enrolled customer. So that means a customer that you have enrolled. Now, once you achieve that, you can see there's an example here. 1, these people have all placed loyalty rewards orders that add up to 500 PV. Once you've achieved that, you would be rewarded with a 75 Australian dollar bonus for the month. In order to achieve your second level bonus, we need to replicate this under 3 separate wellness advocates from your frontline. So as the diagram shows, you would then you would have a 500 PV pod on your frontline. That's your first level. And then you would create 3 more 500 PV pods on your second level. And these do have to be under 3 separate people. You can't have 2 pods under the same wellness advocate. But once you achieve this, you're going to get a 375 Australian dollar bonus, which is amazing. And that's paid once again in your monthly payment. Once you're achieving your second level, you can start working towards your third level. And this is such an incredible bonus that really does make a difference to your monthly paycheck. So in order to achieve your third level, you're going to be helping these 3 people on your front line achieve their second level. So you're just replicating what you've done again. Or another way of looking at it is to create 9 more of those 500 PV pods on your third level. It does need to be in the correct structure. As you can see, each pod is under a different person. But once you achieve this, it means that your bonus is going to grow to 1,825 Australian dollars for the month. And remember, these bonuses are on top of your standard commission. So here is just another quick visual that shows the 3 levels and how to increase your bonus from what could be $75 all the way up to 1,825 Australian dollars. What I really love about Power of 3, aside from the added income, is that by building your Power of 3 structure, you're simultaneously building a structure that will help you to hit leadership ranks such as silver, gold, and platinum. The next bonus is incredibly exciting. It's called the Power of Three Boost. And it is a way that you can increase, or in some cases, double your Power of Three bonuses that I have just explained. So this specific bonus aims to reward leaders who are continuing to actively build their business. In order to understand how you achieve the boost, you will need to understand another business growth metric. This one is called personal growth volume, or PGV. So PGV is the amount of loyalty rewards volume in the current month that is coming from personally enrolled customers who have joined with you in the last 12 months. So two important notes here: customers that are enrolled by you, and their orders must be loyalty rewards orders. If you're brand new and this section feels far too confusing, just know that that's okay. You can come back and revisit this part of the training when you reach this stage of your business. Let's have a look. So this diagram at the bottom aims to visually demonstrate the PGV based off just one customer. So I've named her Sally. Sally enrolled in January with a 100 PV order. Now, her January order doesn't count towards your PGV because it's an enrollment order, not a loyalty rewards order. In February, she doesn't place an order. She's just getting a feel for her oils. But by March, she's in love. She's ready to overhaul her whole health and home. And she joins our amazing loyalty rewards program with a 125 PV order. That 125 contributes to your PGV. So does the 50, the 6, the 200, all the way up, all of these months, until we get to this month here. And you can see she is now outside of her 12-month period. So in this month, February, Sally's PV still counts towards your Unilevel. It still counts towards your Power of Three. It's just after that 12-month period, it no longer counts towards the boost. Now, this is just one customer. So to get your PGV, you would add up the PV for the month of all of your customers who are within their first 12 months who have placed a loyalty rewards order. And you don't have to look this up because our back office will show you those figures, and it will help you work out how you're tracking, how many customers you have within that 12-month period, and it will help you manage it really easily. So what you can see on this slide is that by reaching different PGV amounts, you can boost those Power of Three earnings that we've discussed previously. Now, you don't have to achieve all three levels to start earning your boosts either. Whichever level of Power of Three you're currently earning, you have the opportunity to boost. So you can see here that a 400 PGV is going to give you a $75 boost, which means if you're currently earning your first level Power of Three, you'll actually be doubling your Power of Three bonus. Now, if you're earning your second level Power of Three, if you've got a PGV of 400, you can get the $75 boost. However, if your PGV is over 800, you can instead get a $375 boost. So once again, that's doubling your Power of Three bonus. It'll be taking it from $375 to $750 for the month. Then again, for those who are earning their third level, you've got the opportunity to earn your 75, your 375, or if your PGV is over 1,200, you will earn an additional $750 on your boost. So that takes your Power of Three earnings to $2,625 for the month. It's really incredible. The final bonus type is what we call the leadership pools. There are 6 different pools that reward leaders based on certain ranks and enrollment requirements by allowing them to earn effectively a share of doTERRA's company volume for the month. Now, I'm not going to go too in depth on the leadership pools, as the intention behind this specific training is to teach brand new business partners how you get paid. And this is mainly relevant to the higher leadership ranks. However, I do want to draw your attention to what we call the empowerment bonus, which is shown down here, the empowerment pool. This is accessible from the ranks Premier, Silver, and Gold. Now, you can see in this chart that in order to achieve this bonus, you need to hit the required rank for the month. So whether that's Premier, Silver, or Gold. And you need to have at least one new customer within that month that has a 100 PV order. When you're Gold, you actually have the ability to earn 2 of this bonus. So twice if you enroll 2 people, which is really incredible. Now, the amount varies each month as this is based on global sales for the month, but it's often around the 340 Australian dollar mark. So it's just another way that doTERRA rewards the leaders who are continuing to introduce new customers. So now we've covered all 6 of the ways that you can earn. I've just put together a little recap for you. You can take a screenshot or you can download a copy of this from the notes if you find it helpful. There is also this slide, which is another great one. You might like to save it as it gives you a bit of a strategy for which goals you can aim for in order to keep boosting your earnings and really set yourself on a trajectory for success. So to wrap it up, I do have some final reminders for you, mainly that you will learn the compensation plan best by learning in action. Don't expect it to all click right away, as it is a lot of new concepts to learn, especially if you're brand new. But please don't be afraid to ask questions or seek support from your uplines. If you're part of our team, you'll have access to many more resources, lots of guidance from our senior leaders as well. So I really hope that this training was helpful, and I can't wait to watch you grow your business.